Okay, I think we're live. Apologies for starting a little later. There were some technical difficulties getting OBS connected to the stream this time. So not quite sure what was going on there, but it does appear to be working. So that is good to see. I'm just going to pan back over to our brackets. So today we're going to see hopefully two games, depending on the length of the first one. After the delay, we have SilverTongue versus the King, because this is the only group that hasn't had two games played yet. And then with time, we'll also see Illuminati versus GamesGod. The final game of this group. We can already say actually that HDAI has been eliminated. I want to find a more satisfying colour for that. But for now, let's cross them out that way. There we go. So HDAI will be eliminated and will not make it to the quarterfinals. But for the others, it's all to play for to get through. So let's have a look at the drafts for both SilverTongue and the King. So we should have this on display here. There we go. So looking at this one, we have we should have Arabia, Yucatan, and Rivers. Just looking at the bans for this one, we had a ban of Team Islands from SilverTongue, then a ban of Land Nomad from the King. And then we had SilverTongue who picked, or Warwick who picked Arabia, with Toby choosing that to be on a 1v1. And Toby selected Rivers, of which Warwick picked 4v4 for the matchup there. And then the random rolls for that one was Yucatan and a 2v2. So we'll see how that goes. A good mix of team sizes in this one, actually. And I've already got the game set up, ready to go. We'll need to reload Capture after setting that up, but the lobby should be set. So let's at least bring the game up here. And that should show the game now. And it does, great. So we've got nice easy picks from this one because again, only two civs. We're on Arabia, we've got a 1v1. And Warwick here has selected the Vikings, which is interesting. So we know they get a good eco boost. SilverTongue likes to go archers or cavalry. Vikings can do both decently. I would imagine they're more of an archer civ, but the eco is going to help them either way. And the King, Toby has selected the Byzantines. So cheaper trash, faster age up, or easier age up into Imperial Age. But I think the cheaper defensive units might be a help here. Cheaper skirms and spears would be a good counter to both archers and light cav coming in. So we'll see how this goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit. Well, actually, I'm going to load up Capture because that isn't open in the background. And after a few seconds, I will get this game started. I'll also ping a message on the Discord to just let people know that we are actually up and running now. Excellent, and we can start. We'll probably have to do some tweaks to Capture we normally do with the names. We'll see what it picks up. It picks up Brutus. I will change that to SilverTongue just for those who don't know. Excellent. We have our score temporarily. So let's see how that goes. Okay, interesting Arabia map, both on the one side. Again, pretty pretty standard map. So we should see some pretty neat builds. This should be the most practiced, I would imagine, that both AIs have been. So we'll have a scout going around the king using only Age of King commands. So this will be used in the default scouting. So although he misses the sheep here, hopefully he'll do another circuit and get them later. And these ones should get picked up. We've got the mill here already to keep a steady income of food, so there shouldn't be too much idle time coming from the king. And again, we've got different scouting here from SilverTongue. Already found the ball. In fact, let's have a look at that scouting there. Yeah, we've got both boards have been scouted, so SilverTongue should do just fine over here. We've got a couple of sheep. If we're carrying on going around in this nice little circle, expanding our range, it should be good. Hi, Heroic. We got online eventually. Some weird OBS things not linking up to Twitch, but a reset seemed to work. And we got the ball coming in. So pretty decent so far. Res collected, slightly in favour of the king, but that again, it's just timings of drop-offs at the moment, so not too much to say here. The king won't go for ball because it's an Age of Kings AI, and so the ball command didn't work for that. So if the king isn't going for the ball, we should expect SilverTongue to take a steady lead on the eco from that. So particularly as this ball gets carried in, you'll see a little slingshot effect over here. What does this mean in the grand scheme of the game? We should find that the king will be forced to place farms earlier, which arguably could be better in the long term, because at some point, if you're just relying on sheep and boar, you will run out, and so you'll have to put your farms down in feudal age. I say that as SilverTongue's already thinking ahead and already placing farms, so I think he's going to be okay on that front. There we go. Did we get all the sheep in the end over here? It looks like we did. Yeah, all the sheep have been found. The deer here have been scouted as well, so that might get milled later or long distance hunted. And these have been scouted too. So we might see some deer pushing or at least some deer hunting. Yeah, all resources have been gathered. Pretty even so far. Again, we've got a second boar here, so we should see this food jump up a bit. 2 farms, no one on berries just yet. And 7 on wood. Looks like a similar build for both. Neither of them have researched loom yet either, so it's been really nice builds. 13 seconds idle TC time for the king, though not long enough to have warranted needing to get to loom. So we've got loom happening here. This might also be to get people to save up for feudal age. And it does look like SilverTongue is going to be the first clicking up. I imagine at least another 2 vills for the king. A lot of farms, a lot of berries. Oh, actually, it could be quite a bit more. It might be going fast castle. Hi, you're Randy. And we've got a mining camp over here. So indicating potentially, potentially men-at-arms, though no in SilverTongue. This might be an archer rush that's going to happen over here. We do have enough food For the kings, 27 vils. So we'll be hitting feudal age about 2 minutes later. And we got archers being made already. These do get hunted in the end. Very nice. Second archery range. So while archers get made over here, let's find out what the king's going to go for. Is he actually going to try and go for a castle age, or is he going to build early military? Not quite enough wood for military building. So we'll still be saving up here. Enemy scouts wandering around here. Fletching is in as well. Okay, so this looks like kind of an auto defense, or maybe a defense having detected the enemy scouts. We've got spearmen being made. We're also close in terms of resources to go castle age. Oh, and here's where the Byzantines shine. So cheaper spears, cheaper skirms. So it looks like it's a default strategy of just go for the cheaper units, but actually get enough of those. Even if the spears just keep the archers busy, you may find that Byzantines can put up a good defense here. Let's find out. Archers come in. Well, we've got a tower. That tower may get denied. I believe Age of Kings AIs don't have a keep building anyway strategic number. So indeed, these spears will go down. They don't quite distract enough for these skirmishers to do damage. Fleshing is coming in. We have got more skirms on the way. So he is responding in the right way. It's going to be a case now of this tower actually does go up. Well, I think it certainly will. The archers are too far away and they're being distracted by the house. So this tower, great call. Fletching will help. So those skirms will be able to come in at a bit more of an angle. And SilverTongue isn't idling any eco here. So well, yes, he is draining some resources, but the King's eco is okay. We've got the archer armor upgrade coming in. And actually, if left to it, should have a smooth journey to Castle Age. Got Scout wandering in here. Meanwhile, in SilverTongue's base, he's getting ready for Castle Age as well. That nice power spike that he gets with going Castle Age and quickly researching crossbow. Can he keep enough archers alive? The skirms are trickling in. And even the spears. Again, just keeping people distracted. We've got a couple more skirms on the way. So this is a good counter here. So good pick with the Byzantines. Armor upgrade and attack upgrade coming in for the spears. Won't particularly help against the archer here, but every little helps. It might just let him survive one more shot. Now I believe there's a load of archers waiting around here. Yep, here we are. Yeah, quite a few archers in this base. And actually the king, equal on vil numbers, but by investing in upgrades for 2 sets of units and wheelbarrow, is slowing its route to Castle Age, whereas SilverTongue is a lot more laser focused. I'm making archers, I've got fletching, got my archer armor, I don't need anything else. let's get ready for castle. And the farming up eco there, a little spaced out, a couple of mills over here, but he's got the job done. So now the king needs to hurry up and get to castle age. Elite skirm will be really nice here. Again, massing up the numbers, which will be good. But yeah, need to age up. Oh, okay. Some villagers being kept busy here as well. A little bit of idling. Oh, okay, and the attacks are going to keep trickling in. This is interesting. Can enough of SilverTongue's eco get idled to not make too much use of the castle age? These archers may get distracted by the spears. They don't, but there are more skirms coming, and I do believe they'll have the high ground. Some of these archers will go down, but I believe the skirms will eventually fail on that, because there's too many archers. The numbers get trimmed down slightly. More going to keep trickling in. Meanwhile, the king is saving for castle age. It could do with a market. Market here, and it would have been able to buy its way to castle. Maybe even buy its way to elite skirm. Meanwhile, I really like this, actually. Really out the way. In a human game, this might be quite vulnerable, but actually I can't imagine too many AIs would scout this out. So that's particularly nice lumber camp here. And the crossbows are in. Gold mining as well, gold shaft mining. Castle age has been clicked for the king. Does he get a market in the end? He doesn't. No market. So got a bit of an excess of gold here. Maybe could have been adapted slightly for the Byzantine start. We are going to get more archery ranges though. So we're going to get more than one skirmisher being produced at a time. We're going to get 3 archery range skirms. So going into the right units. Spears are still going to be made as well, so if there is a switch into knights, hopefully the king will be ready. But there's not going to be enough wood there yet for that elite skirmish upgrade, which will be needed. Maybe bodkin arrow. No bodkin yet for SilverTongue. So still on fletching. Prioritising, it seems, rams. Which is a good shout at the moment, 31. Very clearly got the military lead. But left idle too long, then the king could mass up skirms quite quickly. They do produce fairly quickly, even after the nerf. And actually, the king is pretty solid on resources, almost ready for imp. Does not want to be clicking it though. Wants to be spending those resources to get as many units as he can. Elite skirm does happen in the end. Bodkin does get clicked. Any market yet? Still no market. Elite skirm is nice, so still no bodkin for SilverTongue. Might be the gold. Constantly being spent on crossbows and battering rams. Pike upgrading, I don't know if that needs to necessarily be spent. And the second archer armor upgrade, so this will help. These elite skirms should soak up still a fair few shots. So if enough of them arrive at the same time, at the moment they're trickling in. But if it just gets like, I don't know, even half the size of the crossbows, if it can spread them out a little bit, they can start whittling the numbers down. But at the moment, SilverTongue is producing crossbows at the same speed as the king can produce skirms. And with bodkin coming in, the king's not going to have a range advantage either. So yeah, I think this town size being a little too big here actually. If they all just massed around here and waited for a big attack, then I think this would be really good for the king. At this rate, it looks like the archery range is going to go down to crossbow fire. I imagine the king will build another one. Some crossbows being picked off, but the closest one's not being prioritised because as an Age of Kings AI, it will not patrol. So 5 throws from an elite scum takes out crossbow. So yeah, still quite a lot to be able to deal with this mass. What's happening with the battering rams? Did see another TC here as well, which is nice. Okay, the battering ram train is coming, 4 of them. Just saw a flare on the TC, so SilverTongue knows where his opponent is. this crossbow over here. Good placement of villagers again, spreading out a fair bit. So, but we are now seeing. So the king has capped out at 50 mils. It doesn't build any more than that. So you will see its food go up. It may click in, I don't know. But unfortunately, not quite enough production going on. And SilverTongue's eco is going to spiral out of control in comparison to this. Village is starting to go down. Ballistics is in as well, so this could be devastating to any bills that wander in the area. And the ram's going to take down the tower, so these crossbows will be less scared of it. Light Cav coming in. Now the king saw it coming, just didn't have enough units. Archery range goes down. Imperial Age is clicked for SilverTongue. And it looks like this is going to be SilverTongue's game. And with this, Roic, I can say that SilverTongue will make it through to the quarterfinals, regardless of what happens after this. So you'll at least go through with second place. So congratulations. Fortunately for Toby, this means that at least one of his AIs is going to get eliminated from this group. But of course, one will always make it through, because only one is eliminated from each group. Let's fast forward this. There we go. Congratulations. Good game. Actually, overall, if you add these numbers together, I mean, it looks really good for the skirmishers. Unfortunately, those skirmishers are trickled in. With more advanced commands available to him, Toby would have been able to do things like garrison these skirmishers into the archery ranges. But at this stage, with the commands that he's got, the best thing he could have done was reduce this town size, which may have impacted buildings. So appreciate in a bit of a tight spot there. Maybe needed to make more units earlier to deal with that first attack. But again, really hard once you're on the back foot with an Age of Kings AI to have levers to pull. Let's look at some stats. So you can see here, initially pretty even, and actually the military here stuck around a fair bit, and the villager count stayed consistent. There wasn't much damage to the eco with that first attack from the archers, but as soon as crossbow came in and then ballistics, then the villagers quickly got took out from there. And you can see here, here's the time that it happens. Interesting. So overall army count actually in advantage of the king, which makes sense with the discounts, but trickled them out. Whereas SilverTongue was able to get a death ball and keep his army alive. Relics did come in towards the end. So 3 relics overall. And eco-wise, again, I have to point out for an Age of Kings AI, the king is really solid at this stuff. Really smooth eco considering no boar hunting, no deer hunting. Still just about keeping up with SilverTongue up until about the first third of Feudal Age. And then after that, it goes into SilverTongue's advantage. With the Vikings as well, automatically getting Wheelbarrow will also help with that. Decent feudal time if you're wanting to have a good eco behind it. And again, was attacking first, so wasn't rushing to Castle Age, but had a smooth progression to it. And then we got the village cap of 50 versus not having a particular village cap and hitting 101 with a couple of extra TCs. So very nice, GG. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. So to do that, just going to pan over to the game view. And for this one, so our next set is going to be Rivers 4v4. So we're going to switch to 8 players, 8 down here as well. Now, we know from the previous set of SilverTongue versus Soldier that SilverTongue seemed to be quite land focused, not getting massively distracted by the Navy. This time though, with Rivers, the water's much more invasive. It's not like Baltic where it's just a bowl in the middle and as soon as you go inland you're okay. Rivers, if you've got a navy, you can make your way a bit closer to the eco and intercept soldiers a bit better. So that might be what's going on here with Toby's pick for the king. In terms of civs, let's take a look at what we've got here. On the side of SilverTongue, we have the Vietnamese on the flank, along with Franks, Teutons, and Ethiopians. So what it looks like here is 2 strong archer civs, also immediate scouting of the enemy bases, plus 2, again, very strong cavalry civs in the pockets. So very nice. Meanwhile, looking over at Toby's picks for this, we have the Britons. As a flank in the pocket, we have Vikings. Then Persians as a other pocket. And then finally Saracens as our flank. Camels might be good against some of these cavalry AIs. Persians will have a faster TC working and also stronger docks. If the docks happen to go under attack, Vikings get automatic wheelbarrow. That's also going to help to boom behind it. And Britain's decent archers and should be able to, at least in Castle Age, outrange their opponents, which might be a nice win in these battles where no DUC is being used. So I believe all the settings here are correct. So we've got SilverTongue where he needs to be. We've got the team all set up. So I believe we can get this game started. Good luck both and have fun. let's get these settings going. Yeah, and I believe we're going to have an issue here again anyway with the score not showing. Unfortunate. So, what have we got on these maps? Again, typically on rivers, you need a bit of a wider scouting circle, but also if you hit the water, then the scout's not going to go there. So any DUC scouting here is a bit harder to do. So we've got a couple of geese that won't have been found yet, a load of deer. We've also got the fish as well that the villagers might go for. Nothing too close. 3 boar around here, so 4 boar, sorry. 2 of them here being full green. And we also know it's possible for villagers to get confused and try and hunt boar from the across the opposite side of the river. Green is finding its geese though. Again, loads of deer on the edge. Let's have a look at this fog of war as well. So, yeah, the berries have been found at least, so green should have a decent start. Cyan also found the berries, not found the boar yet, and there's a couple of geese missing, but once those geese get found, all of this is going to get found. This boar has been found, so again, that may help. Geese found on the southeast as well, and so nothing to see over there. Again, nothing too dramatic at the moment. Again, a load of deer on the outskirts, so will take a while. Got a snow leopard over there. There we go. Got a couple of geese to still pick up, and it looks like the first boar did get hunted over here as well, and the second one has been will be scouted off here. There we go. Second boar scouted. Meanwhile, the king won't be going for the boars, so we need to worry less about those, but it means those geese are going to be more important. These ones haven't been found yet, so it's going straight to berries. But I think the others have been found. They will make use of hunting the deer eventually, so again, all of these have been scouted, which is good. But yeah, I think these geese will get picked up. He will go back in a circle in a mo. We should see him change direction. There we are. Dock coming up for yellow. And already fishing as well. What's particularly nice here is on Definitive Edition, this will become a drop site. And it's automatic, so even though the king won't be prepared for it, he should be able to do it. We've got fishing ships from 3 of the kings here. I think we've got a dock being built a bit late here for red. Very much going to make the most of that. Unfortunately, because of the dock, what that means is not enough wood for a mill here. This will help, but this will hinder somewhat, so I think it kind of balances out. Looking at purple, we've got 1 fishing ship, so all of these first fishing ships are going to be scouting anyway, so that's not particularly adding to the eco yet, but any further to that will do. The mill did get built in the right place here, so they're doing okay, and I don't believe they are waiting on any more geese. I think the geese did get found. Really nice as well that the fishing ships are going for straight for the big fish here. Oh, these are scouting, I think. They're not dropping off. But yeah, going for the deep fish rather than short fish, so particularly nice. We've got a couple of looms being researched over here. So only blue, blue's already researched it. It's just ahead of the curve there. Red's joining in. And in terms of resources, it looks like green is going to be ready to go up. We'll probably hold off a bit because it's in a position where it can boom as pockets, but we should see probably blue in a mo as well, also on the 25th fill maybe, If it has enough food, click up. Yeah, we do. So 2 flanks here, getting ready to click up. 25 vils each. It's 25 and 24. That's okay. The Ethiopians will have faster firing speed as well with their archers, which will be really good to kick things off. So we're on 5 fishing ships for a couple of these, 4 for red. So again, one of these will be scouting probably, and the rest will be gathering food. Nice that shore fish on being used as well, so we should see a decent amount of food coming in. Okay, so these guys are up already. We're seeing, okay, it's just one scout. We should see archery ranges for these. We do see an archery range over here. I'm seeing a flare. What's going on with the flare here? It thinks player 8 is there. Normally it flares where it's going to attack. So maybe a bit of confusion as to where the enemy is. Let's see if it impacts its attack later, or whether it's flaring just because it knows it wants to build a gold mine there. So decent fast castle builds here for red and cyan. Sorry, for green and cyan even. So we should see these go up after a couple of vils, I would imagine. We should have a blacksmith. Stable and blacksmith, very nice. Some hunting happening over here. Okay, some distractions here from the scouts. What's your build? Oh, stable. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Stable, and do we have a blacksmith? I don't. Oh, we do. Yeah, we're all good there. So actually, the scout here causing a bit of bother. 3 of the kings are in feudal age. No military from them yet, so they've got a couple of fishing ships. It looks like they're saving to go castle age. If they can pull that off, that should help against particularly the flanks. Red is going skirm, which actually is a nice play over here. And even navy actually would do well against some of these archers. If you get a galley or 2, it could do a decent defense on these crossings. Blue is coming over here as well, and a tower has been cancelled. These archers could do a fair bit of damage. Fletching is in for both blue and grey. But they might wander into TC fire? No. Like a scripted that they do step away from the TC fire, which is nice. Galleys coming in for purple. So again, we'll keep an eye on that crossing. Tower. Maybe orange is protecting its ally over there, stopping the enemy from crossing over. We will see fletching come in for orange once that blacksmith has been built. But at the moment, not too many villager kills, so Eco's coming in there. Nice tower for red, actually, stopping grey from really getting in and doing damage. Might have a bit more trouble when some knights start pouring in. I can hear melee attacks, but I can't see them. Okay, we've got the scout wandering down here as well. Knights being produced by the pockets. So it looks like orange is in trouble. It is starting to lose vils now. But red, with that amazing tower placement, is holding its own. We've got some galleys here, but they're just not in range to do anything yet. So we've actually got 7 galleys, 2 docks consistently producing them. And we're also going to have galleys from red. And the galleys from red will be in a position to do something. Vikings for yellow, they are coming in to defend. If they stay under the tower, they may help, but that will clear some of these out. Yeah, these are just idled over here, so orange in trouble, needs to just keep his villagers safe at this point and try and hold. These skirms are nice. Yellow has clicked castle. And yeah, the Persian player here got a real big navy and not doing much with it just yet. And the knights are coming in from Siam. We're also seeing orange being flared here as well, so those 5 knights from green will start making their way to orange's base. You can see them here, they're making their way there. Meanwhile, these knights are already here. Spears are a nice touch. Going to need a couple of spears to take out those knights. But if it keeps a stream of them going, they could still defend, particularly with a fully garrisoned tower shooting at them as well. TC shooting here, the scout should go down. Galleys all working together here. And actually those knights only have 1 armor so far. But the green knights here are clearing up orange's base. 21 vills, orange is in big trouble. No damage to any of the SilverTongues, so even if they were to retreat, or if this battle went to go well, SilverTongue can just rebuild. It seems in a pretty comfortable place at the moment. The navy being positioned here is really nice. This should keep red safe on this crossing. Almost needs purple's navy to be here somewhere to protect against these archers. These knights will eventually go down from the CC fire, but 22 vills and all of them being, or most of them being in the CC, it's going to be a problem. Cheeky monk trying to steal an enemy relic. Should go down to the galleys, if not the tower. There we go. Meanwhile, these archers will keep these villagers busy and stop them from being able to get back to work. So, gonna need some help from purple. Though purple is fully investing into navy, so war galley. If these attack, then this could cause some problems. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to see if these red galleys are going to be able to do any defense against the knights. Not much. Probably needs Bodkin at this point, so needs to age up. Orange is so close to aging up as well with food. And now we've got enough galleys. And actually, against the crossbows, they could do a decent amount of damage. Spears are keeping the knights busy. Oh, but these will go down quick. Are the spears going to soak up some of the damage? Scary bull positioning here. It does look like some scouts are heading over this way, so something is happening there too. And these are moving out. We'll come back to those in a moment. Meanwhile, I think red will hold here. With the tower as well. That should do a decent job. We've got pikes coming in from yellow. We don't have many knights from green, so it looks like TC is doing a good job of keeping its numbers down. The elite skirm is going to be a problem. More galleys being made for red. So we're only seeing the 1 dock here, but it has got 3 on the go. Yellow's military does need to move in to help. Meanwhile, these galleys here not really damaging the eco, but might stop reinforcements from coming through. So these are Castle Age galleys, and they will take down that knight. So yeah, this will hinder the reinforcements for sure. So this might give red the breathing space that it needs. Villager count in favour of SilverTongue purely because of orange's position. 16 vills left. And it's getting real messy over here. That TC will probably go down soon without any help from purple. We've also got a navy attack over here, and actually getting a lot of vill kills. And while they're trying to build this lumber camp, there could be some problems. this may also stop the reinforcements coming from green. Oh, but they're changing targets. So Navy doing some decent defense. Yellow's coming in here to defend against grey, and actually with a big number of elite skirms, I think they'll hold there. Galleys coming in along the side as well, just giving more targets to soak up. And we've also got, oh, that's a SilverTongue siege workshop. Optimistic. I was going to say a Mangonel would be great here. Does look like green is about to take out orange, but we've got a TC here, and actually loads of Vils are going to get snipes under here. We don't have ballistics in yet for purple. If we did, I think we'd see a lot more villager kills, but at least a fair bit of villager idle time going on here. And these aren't being attacked at all. So this is a real hindrance for blue. Red and yellow are pushing back, and now they're into grey's eco. So some of grey's eco is also going to get idled. We've also got ships are everywhere. Actually, they're bothering Cyan as well. Not bothering it so much that it's going to interrupt its production, but maybe idle a bit. And red has clicked up. So although orange is in big trouble, 3 Vils left, who are about to walk to their death. 2 Vils left. 1, 0. So orange, no way of recovering there. It's going to end up surrendering. This tower may still take out a couple. But 57 war galleys. Military count not too different actually. It does look like the elite skirms did go down around this area, but the navy's still standing. This navy should get upgraded soon, once there's enough gold for red. That will also do a bit more damage. Second tower, and university, so we'll get ballistics eventually. Purple really needs ballistics. They'll count for blue SilverTongue here, dropping to 40. And they're being attacked on all sides. This is really disrupting blue. And so far, it's looking like red's eco is safe. We've got more navy being built here, so they're being distracted by the tower. And if they prioritise the crossbows here as well, some of these should go down fairly quickly. More navy coming in from yellow. I mean, if you add all these up together, we've got over 100 galleys. No castles on the shores, at least on the front shores. But again, SilverTongue comfortably producing. Villager lead, again, also comfortable. Military numbers now in the favour of the king. And all of these kings are at 50 Vils, so they're not going to be using their food on anything other than upgrades of military now. Seriously though, really needs ballistics. Imp is in for green. Are we going to see Frank Paladin? And they just keep producing navy. The king is is treating it as a full water map, I think. Not much land military, just enough to try and defend. They stopped producing skirms. They've got a couple of pikes, but it's all navy. Will the navy get the job done on these crossings? Actually, a fair few of Cyan going down. We've got 3 navies here. Crossbow coming in for red. Some of these are crossing over. Now actually, this could be a problem. Purple is wide open. So these units will, they're distracted by the dock, so that will keep things going. Any of these, okay, they are coming back. Ah, but this castle. If this goes up, this is a great castle for SilverTongue. Stops a load of reinforcements coming. Takes out the galleys. So we'll just chew through them. Still no ballistics. Bodkin in for red though. So crossbow upgrade has gone in. Bodkin, which will also help the ships. Does need to upgrade the ships. But look at this fill count here. He's whittling them down to gradually below 50. Teal's doing the best out of these. And they're starting to go into trade. That's a big navy. The castle did go up. And that castle's going to stay up. Surely. The navy's not particularly focusing the castle. They're spreading their shots out. So these will go down bit by bit. We're also seeing knights in the eco. It will go down to the TC, but we've dropped 10 vils. So that will slow down the galley production. Yellow's coming in to help as well. I wonder how Toby achieved this. Toby, if you're here, how did you get your navy to stay together? Man, they're just everywhere. And they are just picking off units before they get to where they need to go. Amazing work. You can see why he picked rivers. It is getting in the way. But this castle still over 3/4 health. Oh, when these villagers are moving forward. Do you want to do that? The galley numbers are gradually going down, so production of galleys has reduced somewhat. So again, with the help of the castle, it should whittle down a bit. These are all back, again, just above 50. Wow. Okay, purple castle. I don't think that goes up. Whichever villager thinks he's going to build that, he's going to walk right in front of this castle. Who is the brave individual? Oh, and yeah, you can see there as well, being sniped by the crossbows. I think the navy will eventually get them. It's this guy. This guy's going to try and build the castle. Oh, he's changed his mind. They're trying to build up here now. I mean, if the castle does go up, it slows down reinforcements. Imperial Age for yellow. Grey struggling. We've actually got land units coming in from red. 12 crossbows, but supported by the navy. That might be all it needs. Cyan keeps losing its units to the navy. Red just not letting it get out. So this is blocked off grey here. We're gradually getting down to half health, death by galley, but we're at half the number of galleys it had. And they're not focused. But with yellow, going chemistry, might go cannon galleon now. Cannon galleon could change this. Also going into berserks. Very nice for yellow. Really bothering green. Green actually below 50 vils. So the vil count is gradually being pushed back to more level. Red still hasn't upgraded its navy. So still these feudal age units, but has got Bodkin in. So that will help a bit. But yeah, Grey also 36 vills. Yellow's coming in to support against the castle. We've got Berserks going in as well. I don't think Murder Holes is in. It is. Murder Holes is in. Okay. But all of these infantry units are stopping the galleys from getting shot. So actually, with now a bit more concentrated fire, this castle could go down. With Imperial Age techs as well for this navy. Doing a bit more damage. Units are still not going over. Blue really wants to attack it, but can't. Green, 27 vills. This navy, it's doing the job. Double the military, most of its navy. Unexpected. This castle is taking down these ships really quickly. A couple of shots and they go down. But the castle is nearly down. And again, as a military, you know, they're effectively sacrifices, right? As the pikes go forward, it's just allowing these to get more shots in. Yellow producing a lot of pikes. A lot of pikes. And, I mean, green just keeps losing vills. I think the castle does eventually go down, unless more distractions come in from green. But what's happened with green's vill count? How... There's nothing on the land. Like, where are they going? Are they trying to fish? To be fair, they are getting quite long distance. Maybe it's the farms. Some demos along here would be amazing. I think the king is going to commit to galleys. Pikes are running in, more galleys being produced, and the rams can't get through. This dock is nearly down. Trade is coming in for red and purple now. Wheelbarrow finally from red. Red has lost its army, so Cyan has been able to come over here now and start pushing red back. It looks like the navy moved on. Yeah, it looks like they moved up along up here, and so that's given Grey the breathing room that it needed. Green is the one that's in trouble. Grey is rebuilding. Red and yellow do have ballistics. The castle did go down, but there's another castle up here. Oh, this castle's purple's. So actually purple gets a foothold in here. So although the king is down one, he has a score lead. What can SilverTongue do here? I think Grey's about to go imp. Imp will help. Green is the one who's suffering here, and green is the one that's imp. It looks like green doesn't... It's building mining camps, so... It's got gold here. Okay, so it's just not... It's, camp size is just not big enough, it seems. It will eventually find these, I think. Red still needs to be able to upgrade these units. I mean, military difference still massive for the king. War elephants! War elephants being made for purple. Wow. And blue is surrounded. We've got berserks coming in, pikes coming in here. I think the king's doing it. Again, it's capped at 50 vils, which in one sense is bad, but by not having to spend that money on, or that food on villagers, it's all going to go into military now. Yellow's nearly pop capped. Blue has no military. Sitting duck. Green has a real food problem. It's constantly building mining camps, so it's not able to build at a big enough distance, it seems. There's a real issue with the... maybe this one is too close, and so it won't build a mining camp here or here. So that's slowing down its gold. Yeah, it's going to keep spanning mining camps. And actually, that's going to stop it from producing more farms. So maybe that's a knock-on effect here. Cyan still okay. I think again, eco being disrupted. Are we seeing a mining camp issue with Cyan as well? They are walking a long way for something. Yeah, we're seeing... They're going stone, but it looks like gold is starting to be an issue. Getting more upgrades coming in here. Dry dock, two-man saw from the king. No cannon galleons. So these things will go down to brute force. No trebs. No siege at all. So it's going the hard way, it seems. Village accounts nearly level. Or at least eco counts nearly level. But how does this turn around? Got a well-placed castle here from SilverTongue. That will keep a lot of this army at bay. Going into monastery. A lot of Cyan troops coming in here as well. Production slowed a bit, and I think the SilverTongue's there. Grey is so close to clicking imp. It's got battering rams as well. Oh, that's a big navy though. Okay, so if they're lured into the castle fire, that should deal with the navy relatively quickly. Oh wow, these rams are just going to get chewed up. Yellow's coming up and then taking blue from the north though. Blue has nothing left. It's just a castle. Doesn't look like SilverTongue's going to surrender, so it really wants to build a blue castle apparently. But with enough units going along here, this castle will eventually go down. The attack is now on green. Green has 10 bills left. Green is going down too. And we're in a similar situation again. Loads of galleys trying to take down the castle. No siege from the king. Cyan really wanting to attack red. And these vills are going down. Cyan's in trouble now. Running out of resources, and I think the king is just charging into trash. It's got the trade set up, so it's got gold coming in. Again, grey really close to clicking to Imperial Age, but still needs a gold. Just needs to buy itself up or something. Five vills left for green. Still building mining camps. We're on the way. Cyan has very little left. And the Navy just keep coming. And we can see here, military difference massive. Build difference now very much in favour of the king. We got towers being made. And again, steady eco here. Got champions coming in for yellow. More castles being built, more castles being shot down by galleys. Get a cannon galleon, come on, you research chemistry. Or Drummond or something. We do have a ram here though. This ram will actually take his castle out, and that should be, with these buildings being done, we should see blue defeated. Green has no villagers left. Green is also done. $37 bills left for Cyan. No military. Grey has a lot of trade though. Again, it's so close to clicking imp. SilverTongue needs his allies to get weaker, I guess, to consider surrendering. The thing is, if Grey goes imp, then, I mean, then maybe. With an Age of Kings AI, you never know whether something like a castle is just going to swing the battle in your favour. But, okay. Blue has surrendered. Unfortunately, this means the game speed is going to be locked, so I may have to call it when it looks decisive. But with 73 vills for Grey at the moment, I don't necessarily want to call it yet. But trade is under attack. That will cause a problem. We've got other castles here, so this is what I mean. If you've got a couple of castles on the edges, that can eventually shred the navy. It's keeping Cyan in the game. Devotion. Interesting. And it looks like the trade is going down. I'm seeing gold count is being reduced. Prioritizing crossbows. And I think at this point, I mean, Warwick's saying it there. I think with it gradually getting to a point where it looks like it's going to be 3 against 1, I think we call it there. Oh, wow. Won a navy there. Amazing work. Oh no, they are surrendering now. Here we go. It is just grey left. So it is now a 3 against 1. So everyone will focus in on grey there. But yeah, amazing work from the king. It turns out full navy on rivers, and you get them in the choke points. Does an amazing job against land only. So yeah, congratulations. I will just quit out of this game. We can look at statistics here though, so far. That should come up. So yeah, rather than just close it, we can look at stats as we go here. So again, very much looking in favour of SilverTongue, but just enough of a navy here from purple did the job. Was able to get itself positioned in a good choke point and stop 2 armies from coming in. Yellow doing exactly the same, keeping red in the game. And that was enough. Then had a really good trade going, and then when SilverTongue started to run out of gold, the king was ready and won the war of attrition. And again, with a cap of 50 vils, means a bigger army for the king. So really helped there. Decent economies on all sides. Most of the relics going to green, it seems. And yeah, decent time. Again, both of these AIs have decent builds really. King limited with its Age of King commands, but still a smooth journey from there as well. And actually, yeah, you can see they're kind of entangled. So it's not a clear winner really above those, apart from when King takes it at the end. But even then, green's still really high on the resource gathering. 5 fishing ships. That's all he needed. Okay, let's go for game 3. The decider of this set. So, we have Yucatan as the final map. And this one is a 2v2. And our civ selections for these. So starting with the king this time, we have the Franks and the Goths. Meanwhile, for SilverTongue, we have the Mongols and the Britons. Archers, knights, archers, infantry, or anti-archer, it seems. It's almost like Toby is anticipating archer civs here. I don't know whether SilverTongue always goes for archers with Mongols or whether it will sometimes go into scout cav. We'll see. But I believe all these settings are correct. So let's go into the final game. Can't believe full navy did the job on rivers. Amazing work. Let's change the names on some of these. Let's change that to king. Why not? Yeah, really not sure what's going on here. But there we go. So Yucatan, lots of food, lots of boars that the king is not going to eat, but also lots of deer that the king will eat. So that will help. Couple of clumps of berries as well. So again, potential room here already being milled. Great job for the king. Let's go to the other king as well while we're here. Again, another one being milled. Not all geese being found yet, but with standard scouting, they should do. And I don't think SilverTongue's going to do any stealing. So these geese should be safe to end up with the king. Meanwhile, SilverTongue already scouted the balls, will make use of these. Having seen its arena play, it should also make use of both sets of berries. It should eventually build 2 mills. But yeah, it's got 6 boar to play with over here, and I think it will hunt every single one. Scouting wise, it should loop around and eventually get the geese. There we go, it's changing direction. Very nice. Okay, doesn't get the geese. We'll find out whether it does later. It looks like it's prioritizing the deer. It should get this bunch though when it goes over there. We're getting boar being hunted. Very nice. All of these being scouted. All of these being scouted as well. As long as it doesn't have a hard count on 2 boars, it should be fine. And again, if it does eventually go for these deer, it should find these geese too. But good collection here to keep them busy. So they should both be fine relative to food. If I fast forward a mo, because I was changing the names earlier, so there's a bit to fast forward to. Apologies, got a bit of a scratchy throat today, so if I go silent, it's just because I'm muting to have a quick cough. Too much talking, it seems. SilverTongue in a great position already to be going up. Mongols extra food or extra gathering rate from hunt is going to go so well on this map. When it comes to hunting deer as well, the Goths should do a decent job on this as well. It's a shame about not being able to get the boar. Yeah, these boars will remain untouched. They're so close, just hunt them. Green and blue deliberately holding off from clicking up. So they're wanting to get their vills up a bit more to have an eco behind it. If this was Scout Rush, you'd want to be clicking up already. But it looks like these are going to be archers, which is what we've seen from SilverTongue before. So not a massive shock. And there we go. They both click up. Nice builds. Barracks going down already. I imagine it'll be the same for green. Yep, there we are. Yeah, ball's still going in as well. Excellent. We should see, I think, 25 vills. No, they need more food. Okay, so a slower feudal age here from the king. And we should see red go up shortly. Yellow first. And again, maybe going fast castle here. No barracks immediately, so wood gathering perhaps a little slower. And SilverTongues are up. Okay, what is... Are they flaring forests? Interesting. I wonder if that's where he's building lumber camps. Red is helping yellow out here. Don't worry, bro, I found your geese. Now I'll go back to the TC. Maybe yellow will find some of reds. Find these guys. Archers are being made. Men-at-arms. So the barracks has been built, but men-at-arms is being prioritised. We've seen soldier do something similar here. The food income will keep going. Double bit axe is nice. But 2 archery range archers and already going blacksmith as well. Probably a bad quote to say there, King. You are outnumbered and counted. So we'll see how that goes. If SilverTongue doesn't run his archers away, enough men-at-arms could take them down. They are quite tanky still. So, yeah, if they just stand there and shoot, there is a good chance. But fletching is coming in. And it looks like the attack is coming in. Okay, they're attacking the opposite side, it seems. Very interesting. So this actually takes longer. So this gives the king more time to produce units. Red is going Castle Age. Franks, so I guess it wants to go knights. Does it have... Okay, so no barracks and no stable. Barracks is being built, but it's going to be slow to get that stable. And the archers are on their way now. You need to get a stable up right away. Green archers come in from the opposite side. We've got the men-at-arms. The archers are outnumbered, and if they stand there, and they will stand there, the extra attacks come in for yellow. And these archers go down. First wave down. These archers are coming in. This is attacking the eco. A tower's going to go up. They're going to try and get a tower up. The tower's not going to go up. Do we have a stable? We need a stable. Prioritising the tower, and actually that's exactly what the archers want. These archers keep going down. Actually, that long walk over to yellow bought yellow the time that it needed to be able to counter those archers. Very nice. This tower will help somewhat. It will at least keep some of the archers at bay. But again, stables needed. A stable did get built. We've got a second stable being built. Where was the stable? There we go, on the outskirts. Knights will come in. Will they defend? They're not quite close enough to... If a building gets attacked, I think suddenly this goes... Yellow's coming to help. The archers have nowhere to go. Knights are coming in. Men-at-arms have come to help. And the king has the age advantage. And with some knights, he needs a couple more, but the king could turn this around. That's a big men-at-arms army. Blue is just clicked up to Castle Age, so it's somewhat vulnerable at the moment to an all-in feudal age. Scout is distracting the knights. Gold needs to be coming in for red. It's only using one of those 2 stables at the moment. Villagers defending against the men-at-arms, causing a bit of idleness there. these archers, so the forward tower here is glitching the archers out. So they're trying to reposition themselves, but they can't. So although a load of these men-at-arms will go down, some damage will get done. Some of these archers will go down. Okay, so it's level between these two. Green has a lot of archers, but red has a tech advantage. Oh, King, you just need to attack these guys. Yes, there we go. Another forward tower. I don't think I've seen this from the King. Forward towers. It's bringing something different to the table that Soldier did. This tower doesn't quite range this, so I think this tower does go down with enough villagers attacking it. Nice tower defense. Another tower over here. This would take SilverTongue off the wood line. And again, these crossbows are glitching out. They're not sure what to do. But the men-at-arms are down. And if the villager gets attacked, this tower doesn't go up. If they keep attacking the tower will go up. They're charging down this tower here. The villager does get hit. The tower doesn't go forward. Nice. Yeah, really nice attacks there from yellow, though at the moment with crossbow and yellow really needs to think about aging up. A nice addition there. This is what I don't like about default attacking here. Units just walk right past each other. We've got another TC here from green, we've got another one from blue, so they are trying to boom now. But it is in fact the King that has a villager advantage so far. Spears will go down. So men-at-arms are still good for that. And the King is almost ready to click up to Castle Age. It will be vulnerable the moment it does that, it won't have any money left. Loads of knights. Against 32 archers. The Britons don't have crossbow yet. So could these knights take on that many archers? I think you still need more knights. It is also sprinkling in some skirmishers, which will help. And the men-at-arms are holding. 9 crossbows, 7 crossbows. The men-at-arms hold. Castle Age is coming up. The tower's keeping them at bay. And the score's close. As these men-at-arms go in, though, they are going to go down. But the tower will keep them busy. Another TC. So the villager count will come up and catch up. And still 2 stables built, but only one of them being used. The knights are going out, though. No crossbows still for the Britons. Probably do want that. They will get the extra range from hitting Castle Age. All these archers are busy. Oh, and it's attacking blue! If green doesn't attack, this could go really well for the King. Another tower as well, keeping them at bay. The men-at-arms are in. And the knights change direction. They're not attacking blue anymore. And they're going to go into a base with 41 archers. They have one of the 2 armor upgrades. Long swordsman's coming in, but it's a little too late. They've already lost a lot of the units here. But how do these archers fare up? This is a big battle here. Elite skirm coming in as well. 11 skirmishers to get upgraded. These knights are going down quickly. We've got spears coming in as well. Great defense here from SilverTongue. But the numbers are being cut down, and we've still got 11 knights. They're still being produced. Elite skirm's about to come in. Archer upgrades about to come in as well. There's enough knights there to cover the remaining skirms. The retargeting is awful though. Like, what's this attack priority? I think default attackers as well seem to really like skirms as a skirms and ranged units as a priority. So they'll quite happily walk past spears that are killing your units to attack a skirm. So I think that's what's happening here. SilverTongue's eco's untouched. Longsword's coming in here. 47 vills, and it's a food eco because this is idle. He can't train the vills, so this consistent pressure, if it keeps coming, and while the villagers still attack these towers as well, yellow might get an upper hand here. So actually, red maybe keeping green busy is a good thing. The archer count also dropped. Tower goes down. But villagers are back. These will go idle in a moment. Again, missing some upgrades. Oh, that's a scout. He's not going to attack. 2 health. Terrible castle position, but again, it's using standard build command. Don't think there's much King can do about that. But he is on 2 stable night production now. That will help somewhat. Blue, however, picking things back up. Good tower positioning. These resources are safe for now. Longsword's coming in this way. Why? So it seems that the king just keeps occasionally just changing targets. I don't know if that's TSA or whether it's changing a random target and then going to attack now. I know the Age of Conquerors commander at least can either attack the winning player. Oh, it might be the winning player. The winning player or a random player. Are they going to catch these crossbows? Again, if it was patrolling, it would just attack nearest units. In fact, both of them would. If these crossbows go into this tower, that could be bad for SilverTongue. Consistent longsword production and Imperial Age on the way. We don't have Huskar yet. Huskars would do really well here. These vills have been idled, but again, SilverTongue very clearly has the villager advantage. Knights are coming back in again. They're going in for another dive while the army is away. Well-timed attack. I think that was by chance, but that will work well. Diving in, prioritising. I don't know what they're prioritising. They're just retargeting. Skirm's doing a better job of it though. They are taking out some of these crossbows, and actually this is a good counter. Units over here are holding against the longswords, but the tower doing some work here. Ballistics coming in for red. Be really good against the skirms, but there's not many skirms left. He's changing targets again. I think it's random targets. Oh no, they're going for the castle, so it is still attacking green. No murder hole. Oh, wait. So this is the this is a bug, right? Wow, okay. So yeah, there's a bug going on with AIs at the moment where monks can convert anything. And we just saw a red monk convert to castle. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. There's nothing we can do with the AI to stop it. Yeah, there's nothing we can do in the AI to stop that, unfortunately. Just getting rid of some of these, what looks like bots. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I suppose we just see what a difference this makes, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's see. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh, and the king's producing throwing axemen. Thing is, this is a close game as well. I think this gives the king something that that may turn the tides. Meanwhile, these are going to be idle here. We can see yellow continues to push. Imperial Age, no castles yet. But we can see here red very much going into throwing axemen now. Looks like production of that has stopped. With green going imp as well. We can see it steadily producing crossbows again. It may gradually outproduce red, but while it's in the base, it's still causing disruption. Light cavalry. Still a load of crossbows here to defend though. They're just kind of on the outskirts here. And not quite close enough for the villagers to attack. Hopefully SilverTongue can get around here. And it very much looks like with the knights as well, these crossbows are going down. Military levels looking even, but green looking like it's in trouble. Loads of trade coming in from red and yellow. Good unit switches here, trying to counter the knights. But again, red going back into throwing axemen production, one from that converted castle. Counter here from yellow. Doesn't quite have the unit numbers, but oh my word. A load of rams. A load of rams stored up. They're not attacking yet, but 12 rams. SilverTongue doesn't have anything to combat that. Ballistics is great. A lot of units are going to benefit from that. The attack is still coming in from red. Fill count though still very high. Arbalest coming in as well. And actually we should see this production shoot up in a mo with the gold coming in. Yeah, there we go. 4 Arbalests being made and go. Did blue not make a siege workshop? I thought they did. No, it's green with the siege workshop. But if blue goes imp, then actually maybe able to just go straight into Trebs. TC's doing great work here, keeping these skirmishes at bay. Arbalistas massing. They should do a good job against the throwing axemen. And Imperial Age is in. Mangonel's coming in here. This tower will go down. Looks like castle's being denied over here as well. Ooh, that's a nasty castle position. Yellow being very confident. We are starting to see Huskar be produced from their side. Hi, Toby. Mike, if you're away, and Toby, if you're away, so we had a bit of an incident earlier. This castle was a green castle and got converted by a single monk. So the monk bug very much came into place here. Monk walked up with no murder holes, was able to convert the castle. So, and then to add insult to injury, then started producing throwing axemen from it. Yeah, we'll get a clip of that. King putting up an amazing fight here. Yellow actually doing a really good job with longswords against crossbows. Just kept the mass going. I think this is a turning point though. I think SilverTongue will be going in for an counterattack now. Toby, the 4 towers were amazing. The 4 towers on these spots here, keeping blue at bay for so long, and then doing the same here to green. Idled the villagers, kept the military at bay, let King gave King the space he needed to build up. Arbalesters are scary though. We've got a big number, 60 Arbalesters. 100 if you include both teams. Chemistry coming in as well. Wow, and those Huskars will soak up so many shots. We do have siege from green. It seems like the trade is also being attacked. Very nice. Conversions happening. Where's the Rams? The Rams are here. Amazing trade going on for the King. Makes up for the fact that they can't have that many vills. Just put it in trade instead. Rams coming up to this castle as well. Wow, I think even the Arbalesters are outranging the castle. Britain Arbalesters. No longbowmen. So prefers Arbalester to longbowmen, it seems. Wow, into the eco now. If they hit that trade, then King's in big trouble. Trebs coming in from green as well. And the towers won't do too much here. I think this tower got converted. Yeah, attack roof. Make some attack trading carts. Very nice. Are we going to see a TC get converted? Yeoman coming in. So this is even before Yeoman. Wow. I know they get an extra +2 range by just getting to Imperial Age. And with 8 military left, he put up a really good fight, but it looks like this one will be over for the King. And it will be 2-1 to SilverTongue. We'll let SilverTongue come back a bit. Just finish it off. Yeah, no damage to the carts yet. Now these arbalesters are doing the job. Trade goes down. Wow. Down really quickly. So I will speed this up. Bed refusing to die. There's that last villager. Quick, build the monastery. The church will help. And he's dead. I feel like you could add a Monty Python part there about Camelot. Very nice. Okay, 387 arbalest, 177 longswordsmen, and more importantly, one converted castle by the king. SilverTongue taking the win anyway. Well played both. Let's look at some stats. Don't think this tells the whole story. This is just kind of the death ball at the end. But really, it was yellow massing men at arms, and then being able to take on the trickle of crossbows to begin with, and then actually not only that, but lead a counterattack and then pin the blue SilverTongue down with towers. The other thing that helped was that both SilverTongues attacked the opposite side. So the diagonal side, rather than the one that they were facing, which gave them a bit more walk time for particularly yellow to build up units before the attack came along. So King really holding his own there with Goth men at arms. And you can see here big massive units by Britain's SilverTongue, but towers keeping it in place. We can then start to see where Red started producing throwing axemen and was able to cut down most of that population. And then it took until Imp really to get out teched and to be able to push back. This big army here being held back again by a few towers until they gradually went down to pikes. Most of the relics going to SilverTongue here. And very decent trade from the king. Came in a bit later, but created loads. Very decent castle time again for an Age of Kings AI. That's really, really good. Expecting what, 18 to 20 minutes normally for, without anything fancy. So to be able to do that, really impressive. Extra food would have helped, of course, on the map. And yeah, of course, Villager High is going to go to SilverTongue because we're capped at 50. That 51 is probably a conversion. And 28 trade units. Really well played. Close set there. I wasn't sure which way that one was going to go for Mo. So that one is 2-1 to SilverTongue. So let's head and edit the scores for that. We're at the bottom group here. So we had a win for SilverTongue, a win for the king, and a win for SilverTongue again. So SilverTongue finishes this set in first place regardless. It's won both of its sets. So bravo to SilverTongue. And SilverTongue will be, let's see, D1, will face second place between Illuminati and GamesGod. So the winner of the loser of this next set, effectively, will face SilverTongue. Yeah, be interested to see what comes out of that, and we're going to find that out in our next set now. We've got GamesGod versus Illuminati. Let's look at the drafts for this one. So, in terms of map bans for this one, we had a ban from Aleph for Team Islands, and we had a ban of Michi from GamesGod. Then going from there, Aleph selected Arabia as his map this time around, to which GamesGod wanted a 2v2 on that map. And then GamesGod actually didn't select Yucatan. He asked for a random roll on the map and pulled Yucatan on that. And Aleph selected 4v4 on Yucatan. The random roll was Arena, and it rolled 4v4. So that's going to be our set. Let's set up the game. I say let's set up the game. GamesGod also wanted random civs with that as well. So we will need to roll for civs for GamesGod as well. So hopefully we can see that. So the first game is going to be Arabia 2v2. So let's shuffle these civs here. So we have Ethiopians and the Huns. So Ilu's the only AI that might be undefeated in the group stage. Absolutely. It's currently the only one remaining with 3-0 on that. Not a bad way to start. So, request from Aleph was he did want Illuminati to be warm colours. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we had Ethiopians and Huns for GamesGod. On Arabia, interested to see what updates you've got there, Aleph, on that one. Illuminati is already very strong when he's able to get to a point where it's got enough monks. So if the towers do the job and defend, is normally in a good spot with against most AIs, I'd say. Our picks from Aleph for this one on Arabia was Teutons and the Aztecs. So, checking our settings here, 2 GamesGods, Ethiopians and Huns, Illuminati, Teutons and Aztecs, all looking good. Arabia, 4 people, let's go. And we want GamesGod over here. So, Arabia map again, pretty standard map. So should see some strong builds either side. If we're going from the bi-map tournament, how Illuminati played that, he typically goes to kind of mostly a fast castle, but with a number of towers to defend, and then goes into monks and siege. I mean, Teutons and Aztecs both pretty decent at doing that. Glitchy sheep, but all good there. Going for an early mill. Let's put in combined scouting. So we're missing a sheep here, but it might be able to do the rounds and find it. Boar has been found. We've got a deer Arabia this time as well. So any deer pushing will be active. Meanwhile, GamesGod already pushing deer. Missed some sheep over here. Missed 2 of them. But already has a boar under. And looks like just missed this boar here. So may have some problems later on. And long distance deer hunting there. No houses for the hunts, so should be able to get his buildings up pretty quickly after clicking up, and we'll have faster stables. I don't expect the Ethiopians to go for any kind of scout rush, but if they did, they would also benefit from that. I mean, according to Spirit of the Law, Teutonic scouts are not as bad as, or at least they're not the worst, right? They're not as bad as Korean scouts. Yeah, they're not bad. I think actually I had a couple of games with Bright Spark where it actually opted for Teuton scouts to counter mass siege. Particularly mangonels. So again, they have their use. Boar is being hunted here, deer pushing happening here, very nice for Illuminati. GamesGod coming in to scout. Scout or attack? Let's find out. Ooh, we're diving under TC. No quick garrisoning from Illuminati. Yeah, it could have been an X-Scout if that happened. I know Definitive Edition AI does that. We've got Loom from both GamesGods, and actually they've stopped producing vills. Green stopped producing vills, so it's idling. Yeah, okay. Do we get idle time on here? Wow. A whole minute from the Huns. Well, he will be the first up. Barracks is already built. Men at arms being made. Kind of standing guard there. Illuminati's on his way up, 24 vils, very nice. Little bit of disruption from this scout. Not committing to it though. I'm pretty sure GamesGod just rolls the dice and decides in the moment what he's going for. Stolen sheep, so these didn't actually ever get scouted, and Illuminati takes them. Men at arms moving out just as the scout comes in. Is the scout going to do some attacking? No, it's just scouting. Tower goes up. Oh, it's both AIs at tower. We're going to see GamesGod towers and Illuminati towers. I think GamesGod will build them at home. He does sometimes like to build forward, but I think only when he's got an advantage. Good timing for the men at arms. But he's already behind in fill counts. Okay, so the attack's coming in. It looks like archers is happening for Ethiopians. One vil down, but that only levels the playing field. Towers being built here. 2 towers, nice. And these villagers should run away. With this number of men-at-arms in close proximity, default behaviour should make villagers run rather than fight. Oh, he's not prioritising these. He's leaving these to go. 1 men-at-arms does go down to the TC. He gets away. Another tower being built here. So if the men-at-arms stick around here, they'll be okay. They'll do some damage. If they do end up doing a whole loop, then they should go down pretty quickly to the towers. It looks like they're having problems targeting. I imagine towers are here as well, so if the archers do decide to go forward from blue, that is a situation they'll find themselves in. And Illuminati gathering resources really nicely to hit Castle Age. None of the GamesGods are anywhere near, so it's going to be Feudal Age commitment to Castle Rush. Now, will these archers, I know they DUC, will they avoid the tower? They're targeting a wolf. Not all AIs can say they do that. No fletching, interesting. And no tower avoidance. Oh no, it does kick in. Now will he walk around? He's got a long way to walk around. It looks like it triggers every few seconds, so the towers will get a couple of pot shots in. And it looks like they're not prioritising running around the towers. They run straight back into the eco if they can. Green is still back around here. I don't know if it's doing much damage. GamesGod is 2 vils ahead, but red is already clicked up to Castle Age. Okay, so they do... It's a bit awkward, but they do walk away around their tower, and these vils might start getting shot at. And they do. No kills yet. 1 down. Game down on sound on CA. Yeah, sure, I can do that. There you go, that should have quietened down the sound a bit for you. Okay, a couple of vils down. Villager advantage for GamesGod, but is committed to Feudal Age. We don't have any... we've got TC trying to be built by Illuminati. It's 20 military to 1, but Illuminati hasn't really got started with military yet. Is it building a monastery? Yeah, it is. Another TC down at the bottom. But it may lose a lot of vils trying to get this TC up. Meanwhile, more men-at-arms attacking. What? Why are these not attacking? Or why is this tower not attacking? Do you have any DUC? Oh, it's a bug. Okay. Some of these men-at-arms will go down. Yeah, this can happen. So if you've got tower avoidance, depending on whether you're going clockwise or anti-clockwise, if you end up between two radiators, then they can end up kind of going backwards and forwards in a bit of a back and forth. No DUC that affects towers, so something weird going on. That is annoying though, because this is a garrison tower, so this is idle eco. And they'll stay garrison while this tower's here. So that's really annoying from GamesGod. We have first couple of monks. We do have monks for yellow as well. TC is going to go up, and this TC did eventually go up as well. It looks like the archers are being picked off, so they went down to the tower fire. In the end, they just had to do a whole loop around to get back into tower fire there. Men at arms though, diving under the towers, and they'll start picking these off, which actually might, if they go for this one, might end up actually doing Illuminati a favour by freeing up that eco. He's catching up on this front. The tower will go down there. I think this is a scout. And Castle Age is about to come in for the Ethiopians. More villagers will go down there. And the conversions are going to start. So Illuminati needs to get kind of a critical mass of monks to convert around half the military. And then it snowballs from there. So this is a crucial stage for GamesGod. Needs to keep those monk numbers down to keep things manageable. If they go above a certain amount, there'll be no way that he can get back. Bodkin for Ethiopians and crossbow. Very nice. Fletching finally coming in for green. May help the tower. Converting men at arms here, fighting it out. Green switching into archers now. I don't know if that's the right call. I don't know if that's to try and counter the monks, as in like attack them from the range before they get converted. Medic's coming in. Well, I think the men at arms were doing a decent job. Don't know if that switch was needed. And they're already tanking a fair bit of damage. And this is what happens. A conversion happens and then the units prioritise converted units, so the monk lives and then lives to convert another. Mangonel's coming in. Oh, split. Oh, you can have all the DEC in the world, but it serves nothing here. Wow. Excellent Mangonel shots. And just like that, the military's equal. Mangonel's doing a great job. Are they Aleph, are they DUC Mangonels, or is that, it's got to be DUC Mangonels? That's not normal firing, isn't it? It's attack ground or unit targeting. A tower nearly close to the hill. Okay, so red it's got 2 Mangonels, but it's paused unit production. It's maybe trying to get enough food again. But no monks, so it's kind of staggered a little bit. It's building more Mangonels, that's why. We've got 5 monks. Actually, if they convert this tower, or the tower goes down, then this one will be freed up. And Illuminati will gain 5 vills back. Man, more towers. So GamesGod, yeah, typical thing here. Building many towers. They will go down to the mangonels, so these mangonels are just clearing it up. Nice to see. Converted men-at-arms chasing villagers out of the town. That'll be the tower builders. And at the moment, 5 monks still manageable. Particularly if you've got a load of towers around the area. Green finally going to Castle Age. And actually, despite being on, 3 TCs across the 2 teams, villager count is still equal. So the initial damage done by GamesGod slowed Illuminati down enough. But the longer this game goes on, the more likely it is that Illuminati is going to take it away. Now the DUC's coming into play. Can you get them to friendly fire each other? That's the trick. Light cavalry coming in. 1 tower is not going to be enough to do damage to that. It needs to be garrisoned at least, and to be able to outspeed the Vil. But the knights coming in could do some damage. And they will. And that's the only military that Red has. Okay, it's got 1 monk. 2 in queue. But GamesGod. The Cav Archers. They will occasionally fire. I have seen them do it, but you need to put them on stand ground rather than no attack stance while the current bug's in play. Again, for every tower that goes down, more get replaced. So again, GamesGod really needs to invest more in knights while these units don't fire. Massed up a load of archers. No crossbow, despite being in Castle Age. A tower on the hill, very nice. And this Illuminati is going more into monks. A few of them are being shot down. Wow. Okay, volleys taking them down really quickly, but the mangonel will get them there. But if it surrounds with towers, keeps the mangonels busy, switches into knights. Potential there, but it is also going into... It's knights, it's going into knights, it's not going into cav archers. So archers is okay here, the DUC will work for GamesGod. The tower's still bugged. It must just be bugged for the rest of the game. I'm not sure what's happening with it. I don't think I've seen that happen in human games, only AIs. Maybe it's attack stats changes or something. Scorpions for blue. So again, these towers will slow Illuminati down a bit, but suddenly villager counts are starting to build back up. Lots of conversions happening now, I can hear. Yeah, knights. Lots of knights conversions here. That will stop the tower from going up. This will start to snowball. The game is already over since Illuminati isn't dead. Well, let's see that reversal happen, because at the moment GamesGod has the score lead. 3 stable knights. But 9 monks. I think the nail in the coffin is when you hit Imp and get Theocracy. Because then it's just multiple chain conversions. Military still in favour of GamesGod for now. Switching into light cavalry to try and counter the monks. But the converted knights will clear this up. Now going into spears to counter the converted knights. That's just happened. I've also got some monks to try and convert things back. The tower will also pick off any weak units here. But with red going into Imperial Age, and with 5 monastery monk production. We're going to see a whole lot of monks very quickly. Castle going up. Nice snipe. Wow, panic towers from GamesGod. More conversions as these knights run in. One monk goes down, but these will recharge soon. Get out. And the knight doesn't do anything. I think the knight was trying to avoid the mangonel shot. Knight gets converted, archer gets converted. And now we're into death ball territory. Block printing, theocracy, illumination. Crop rotation for the fun of it. But we've got a big army of monks here. And I don't think blue has an answer for that. Green is sending everything in. Maybe we'll tidy up a couple of villagers. Meanwhile, where's that big army going? So that's going to be charging into blue. I'm going to keep an eye on that up there. We've got Imperial Age for blue, but it's getting some eco upgrades, but it's mainly going to be capped ram and mangonels. We'll also catch what these monks do in a mo. Rams are coming in here. They're leaving the mangonel. Mangonel seems to be glitching out because of the short distance. Oof. But theocracy is in, so none of it matters. Doesn't matter who you're targeting, they will recharge. And this is devastation. Castle will take out a couple of the monks. They're not avoiding the castles that much, but there's more than enough units being converted here to turn the tide. We're also having the same thing over in the south. Loads of conversions here from yellow, and these are feudal age towers. I don't know if you saw, Aleph, in the previous set we actually had a castle conversion as well. Monk walked up to a castle, straight up converted it. So saw first instance of that. Military numbers still level. I'm not sure why that is. Okay, so it's the archer production. GamesGod does a thing where it garrisons a load of its army if it's losing, or if it's under a certain amount. Who converted the castle? It was the king. Thankfully, it didn't change the outcome of the match. But yeah, it's default behaviour that did it. So no DUC. Blue's counter-attacking here. So I think the castle fire did a bit a job, but actually the converted buildings will keep GamesGod busy over here. Yellow very much doing a lot of damage to green, so I think while blue gets a bit of breathing space, it's green that's in trouble. Siege ram in as well, 6 of them. And red is pushing blue back as well now. There we go, the Teutonic Scout Cavalry was coming in. You did call it. Castle's going up, but those rams should take care of that before it finishes. So many conversion sounds. Just as well you said to turn the volume down. It would have been even worse. The L count is not out of control for particularly blue at the moment. Blue's still in it. So I won't fast forward just yet because it will impact DEC. But yellow's coming in, getting rid of the siege. Converted pikes, converted light cav. And we've got rams and trebs coming in. And we can see here from the military count. And the scores took a dramatic turn. So the window to suppress those monks is over. And this is Illuminati before any upgrades. So I know that LF has continued to work on Illuminati. So it'll be interesting to see what additions are made. And how this AI gets made even scarier. GamesGod being a bit of a cockroach at the moment, spreading out its fills. 35 bills still around, but these buildings are going down. A load of things being converted. You can see here. And at this point, no military left. I'm comfortable to fast forward it because all the production's happening on Illuminati side, so it should be GG. And there we go. Was that a villager trying to punch a onager? 88 monks, 92 crossbows. Let's look at stats. Yeah. Again, scary initial start, but actually the towers did the job. There was a little bit of a panic, I think, for I think it was actually for red initially. With the crossbows coming in, but once they did the loop around, applied to the towers, thought it was over. And then Illuminati just built. Great to see like some initial pushback. So GamesGod making use of its resources to produce military. But yeah, Illuminati did a great job of keeping its army alive. And then once you've got your tech with your monks, it's pretty impossible to beat at that number at least. And yeah, both actually got a chance to fully boom. So that's 1-0 to Illuminati on Arabia. Let's load up the next game. So we'll load up Illuminati civs first and then we'll roll GamesGods. So our next game is going to be on Yucatan 4v4. Needless to say, this does mean that Illuminati is guaranteed. Well, actually no, it was already guaranteed because HD was already eliminated. But yeah, even at this point, I think Illuminati is guaranteed to be first place in this group now. Oh no, he won't be. He has to win this one more. Otherwise it'll be a tie. So one more game to make top of the group. GamesGod. Oh, nope, not ludicrous. Large, 8-player, that's all good. Picking Illuminati civs first. For Yucatan, we have the Koreans, the Saracens, the Jurchens, and the Japanese. And then we roll for GamesGod civs. Also just going to try and turn this noise off as well. There we go. So we roll for GamesGod civs. So our first civ here is a Chinese. Then our pocket civs. Koreans, not bad for GamesGod's towers. Saracens, so 2 Saracens on this game. And Slavs. So that was Chinese, Koreans, Slavs at the end there, and Saracens for the other one. So yeah, 2 sets of Korean civs, 2 sets of Saracens, 1 flank, 1 pocket, 2 pocket Saracens. Interested to see what Illuminati does with the Jurchens. Haven't really checked out their monks, so we'll see if it's monks or something else like grenadiers. Everything is set up. Let's go. Missing Redemption. Okay. I'd have Redemption down as quite a big one. But I suppose in a team game, maybe less of an issue. We'll just change some of these names here. There we go. It's a big one, but not as important versus GamesGod. Yeah, fair. Seems to be like Cav Archers at the moment. Loads of food though. I think both AI should make the most of it. Both will hunt it, both will push deer. So really good on that front. Second GamesGod already immediately going for the boar with 6 fills. So seen it, hunted it straight away. Going for a lumber camp as well. Let's get this exploration on as well. But yeah, already seen a couple of boar, and I think with this map as well, once you see some food, you're often likely to find the rest of it. Again, boar and deer have been found. That'll be plenty to get to feudal age. Already pushing deer, Illuminati. One boar here has been found, so again, once one of these gets hunted, the other should be found, and the scout has found them anyway. Deer's being pushed from this side. 2 lumber camps at the same time. Yeah, interesting. I feel like that's... Oh, but it's Japanese, so actually they're cheaper, which is why it can do those and the mill. Yeah, never mind. This is building them in advance. More being hunted over here. Mill already up on this side for the Jurchens, and none of this food will rot away as well. So even if you overkill here, that food is all yours. Very nice. Bit of a gap between these two. So this Illuminati's kind of on his own. I mean, there's a bit of a gap here as well, I guess. Not as much, I'd say. Illuminati wastes a ton of food. Yeah, fair. Wow, and you can see with a load of dead deer here. Scout under attack. Okay, so as it stands, I mean, these AIs, particularly Illuminati, is not going to be rushing to feudal. I don't think so. The extra food will just help it get to Castle Age quicker if it needs it, or have a better eco when it gets to Castle Age. GamesGod may, out of the two, I'd say is more likely to try and use the food to get up quicker. We did see it idling, and it seems to be doing it again. Two minutes idle time. I mean, that's a Chinese start, so actually that adds up a bit, but 1 minute for each of these. Now, I know, I'm speaking as someone here who, you know, Bright Spark idled at 18 bills on Fen Crazy. The argument there is with a land nomad map or a land nomad style, if you're not sure you're going to get your resources, then actually getting units early can be a big help. But if you know you've got the food, it's probably better to just train the vills, particularly if it's a minute. Just get the extra vill in. But we'll see what he makes of that extra time. In the grand scheme of things, I mean, blue in particular, 1 minute ahead, half a minute for the others. If it goes men at arms, potentially quicker, but it's using its wood to build a tower. Weird spot for a tower as well. There's no gathering happening here. It's not towards the enemy, it seems to be towards the middle. Illuminati's builders under attack, apparently. Oh, this builder, okay. Got a couple of scouts wandering in. Blue is going scouts. So Chinese scouts, we've got a tower going up here. I wonder if GamesGod is going to build all of his towers towards middle. He's not. He is building this towards his enemy. Wow. Tower wars. Again, hunters being taken in. 3 of them are going scouts. Four of them are going scouts. So they're all going scouts. I mean, I suppose it's what you want against Illuminati, but I don't think that... it's random civ, so that clearly wasn't planned that way. But we'll see what happens with scouts coming this way. I expect Illuminati will have some sort of spear defense. Because it'll be quite a predictable attempt to counter it. Okay, so units getting attacked by the towers here, it seems. Yeah, they're wandering through the towers and just getting little shots. Trade! The GamesGod trade as flank in Feudal Age. I mean, you know, if Illuminati delays its attack long enough, maybe it'll help. I mean, I mocked it last time, but actually the trade won GamesGod the game against HDAI on that Rivers match. But I don't think it's going to have the same effect on Illuminati. Ooh, what's happening here? We have some villager bugs here. The ball will go down eventually. This villager can't decide if it wants to hunt or be a farmer, I guess. I'm not sure. Scout rush going in for red while we've been looking at villagers. Scouts glitching about here. And actually, these scouts will go down to towers if they just keep dodging like that. And they will. Meanwhile, there's a scout rush over here as well. Again, it's that sandwich effect between the towers. They're trying to go around one way and around one another way. And so they end up going nowhere. Some of them did get around. They're attacking buildings rather than the eco. These scouts may eventually make their way around the same way the archers did in the last game. But Illuminati's eco's here. And again, actually, they're diving back. Armor upgrade will help, but we've got 3 Illuminatis in Castle Age already. There we go, there are the spears. Thought we'd see them. And GamesGod has decided to give up the fight, it seems. Or at least change units, so it's sticking into Feudal Age again. And with Illuminati being relatively untouched, we've got 3 TCs. We can see we've already got 2 monasteries, 3 monasteries up for purple. Purple wasting no time over there at all. Fire Lancers for red as Koreans. And automatic tail upgrade here, really nice. We're seeing 2 monasteries this time. And it looks like commitment to the Fire Lance is happening here, which I think is the right call against this particular flank. We already counted purple's monasteries. Orange also 3 monasteries. Only being able to use one of them so far, but that should change. Stealing some geese. Chasing red out that way. GamesGod Tower should pick this off eventually. And so many attack sounds. What's going on? Okay. I mean, that castle goes up fine. It's protected by towers. But the trade. Again, GamesGod seems to have the eco lead. I mean, it's including trade cards, so that would be some of it. But I think Illuminati, it builds... it's building its CCs, but it's not able to use them all yet. So it doesn't have the eco behind it yet. These are just going to die. Feudal age units against castles, sandwiched between towers and guard towers at that. If you're GamesGod now, you just need to think, how do I get to Imp as quick as I can? I like this trade run though, along the river here. Men-at-Arms are going to try and take down the towers, but they're going to keep retargeting. They're being attracted by the monk over here. Conversions happen. And monk dodges away. We've got first Castle Age happening. It's going to be with GamesGod, the grey one. Which is a flank. Meanwhile, it looks like Cyan is buying wood. So maybe trying to build more buildings. Interesting. So we've got a bit of a rush going down here. But in the meantime, we've got 12 monks for yellow, 7 monks for purple. So Pocket's going to be very comfortably building up monks. You know what happens when it reaches critical mass. And yeah, they're just dodging out there. But the monks are moving out. Yeah, and they're just not... They're too scared of the towers. I think if you've got scouts like that, I think there just comes a point where you have to ignore the towers. Rocket carts, nice. Rocket carts, war wagons, fire lancer, nice combo. Only 2 of these archers will get converted. So this is the window, right? Yes, we've got 15 monks, but actually, this is your window to cut the numbers down while you can. And if you don't act now, then Illuminati's going to come back. Nice. Very nice. Purple's coming up this way as well. The Rams are going to take down the towers. GamesGod goes, that's okay, I'll just build more towers. But that's not going to play out well. Fine, I'll build the towers back here. So many towers. I think he has it hard-coded that he builds 3. Or each player builds 3. Meanwhile, yellow over here, converting towers, I believe. Don't think that was built. Rocket cart. Oh, going for the TC. Nice. Crossbow finally coming in for grey. Fletching finally coming in for grey, despite having towers for a while. Bodkin also immediately coming in. Very nice. All of the GamesGod are now Castle Age, but Illuminati saving up for Imperial Age, particularly with the Jershins there. And the conversions begin, and the military difference is already double. I think we're seeing a repeat of the last game, but just scaled to a team of 4, so more in Illuminati's favour. Redemption coming in for orange. We have 2 Imperial Age clicks from the 2 Illuminati pockets. It's TC under attack, but is being defended by these battering rams, so they should go down. Weird that they're going around this way, but there we are. Grey lost its TC, still has a few villagers left. Blue mostly wiped out. And already this is very quickly looking over. Korean towers coming into play here, so a load of Korean towers built, but against rams, don't think we'll do the trick. Glitching out cavalry archers. Actually getting a little bit of stuttering on here as well. So a lot of DUC happening, it seems. Orange coming in with 13 monks as well now, so just mass conversions happening over here. And we've got 2 GamesGods down there, not going to surrender just yet, but this TC will go down. Blue is out, he's trying to rebuild at the back. Really good rebuilding script actually, by the way. If this was a level match, this would make all the difference. Blue being able to come back rather than just surrendering there. So nice that it's relocated somewhere sensible. Really good recovery script there. But I don't think he is going to recover from this. Rocket cart targeting the partially built towers. And with Imperial Age as well, capped ram. Might see some trebs as well from both of these. But actually we won't yet because there's no castles. No castles from Illuminati, interesting. Light cav coming in, and these will just scoop up the bills. And I'll once they leave the towers. Massive monk upgrades coming up for purple, so we'll start to see most of these go at the moment. A single conversion locks out all of the monks, but very shortly we'll see that won't be the case, and block printing will just mean they can do it from a massive distance. We'll see all of this converted. If anything lives to be converted at this rate. Treb's finally being built, so a castle goes up for both. Meanwhile, rocket cart seems to be doing a decent enough job. GamesGod's military still very much unupgraded. Castle Age stuff at the moment. The units finally get released, but they will be converted. Ville's converted. And at this stage we'll speed up. This is GG. I think it was GG a while ago, but giving a fair chance. We've got a surrender from Grey. We should have a surrender from Green as well in a moment. Cyan's out too, trying to rebuild. Just building in the corner of the map. We'll see Blue go. And that's Blue being defeated. And then Cyan. GG. Yeah, Jurchen's, I'd say of all the new civs, Jurchen's is probably the one I've used the least. I've got some Grenadier stuff added in, but yeah, I had to do a lot of focus on the Khitans because of the pastures. But no, shown them really well here. And yeah, I mean, Fire Lancers as well for the Koreans. Really nice combo. Fire Lancers, Rocket Carts, and War Wagon. Tanky War Wagons with good siege and cavalry counter. Hard to beat. Yeah, I felt that was more one-sided. I think there were some chances there for in the first game for GamesGod to be able to do a bit of a comeback, but here is one-sided. Yeah, top score for the Civ, that surprised me, absolutely. Yeah, and it was a pocket as well, which is interesting, seeing it come through that way. And the no redemption didn't hurt it. Looking at numbers there, yeah, I mean, clear domination here. Outboomed as well, got the relics early. And yeah, with a map with a load of food, we're expecting good up times. 15 minutes 42, excellent. Got the trade in there, probably even wasn't needed. And yeah, overboomed, outboomed even. Again, I think the Castle Age damage this time around was much more deadly. So we'll move on to the final game of this set. Well played. And now Illuminati definitely does win the set and the group. So the question now is, can he go undefeated for this group? Looking very strong at the moment. We also know Illuminati strong on Arena, which is the next map we're going to be playing. And this was also a 4v4. So promising settings for Illuminati. We'll see how GamesGod responds to it. In terms of Civ picks for this one, from Aleph with Illuminati, we had first flank, we've got the Chinese, followed by the Lithuanians. So faster monasteries already. Then the Incas. And Bohemians. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that. Chinese Inca combo. We also need to roll for GamesGod Civs. So remaining Civs. Let's go. Dravidians. Italians. Spanish. Maybe we'll see some missionaries. Who knows? And the Lithuanians. So Dravidians, Italians, Spanish, Lithuanians. I mean, missionaries would be nice here, again, with the combination of the Lithuanians being produced faster. Nicer age up as well from the Italians. I forget the Dravidian team bonus. I don't think it's that essential, but Dravidians will get an extra wood boost every time they age up. 8-8, we're on arena. Docks equal population. Okay, so no effect on this match whatsoever. We're all set. Final set. Let's go. Oh yes, Dock Pop. That's why I picked them for Baltic actually against Sun Tzu. Most of the names are there. Not quite. Let's pop GamesGod in here. It's currently 2-0 to Illuminati. Very snowy arena. And again, arena, pretty standard standard build on this, so we should find consistent resources. There you go. I was looking for the deer then. But they're at the front. Very cold in the UK at the moment. Where I live, we just had Christmas markets opened, and I've just had my first delivery of warm malt cider actually. So apparently setting off the festive scene. GamesGod immediately going for the boar, of course. Can I check Red's Idol TC time? Yeah. 27. Chinese start, expecting some of it. So it didn't. Well, actually, it would still be idle, some of it anyway. So I guess it's not quite the 2 minutes that GamesGod had in the last game. Yeah. But yeah, nice combo. Another eager boar lord there. Now, out of interest, where are they? Do we have them here? There we go. Has anyone deliberately started hunting foxes yet? I think SilverTongue, or at least one of Rorik's AIs, maybe did unintentionally through forward mills. But I don't know if anyone's actively added anything to make use of them yet. Looking like Illuminati, particularly this one here, looking like it's gathering food really well. Can we get resources gathered? Can we get that from this view? Fairly Spencer destroyed. No. I've actually got idle TC from the Dravidians. So not sure what happened there. Clearly, maybe it was with the eager hunting of the boar, didn't drop off in time, so just had it idle. Now, these are early feudal times for Arena. Now, if I was against the supervillain, at this point I'd be somewhat scared. But with GamesGod, I'm not sure what he's going to do with it. I don't think he's going to hyper-focus a piece of wall down and storm it. He might tower. We'll see. All of them clicking up, with the first Illuminati clicking up here at 24 mils. Just keeping an eye out for any buildings. Dravidians would have got a wood boost straight away. What does he spend it on? Blacksmith. Blacksmith barracks, 17 builds. This is horrendous. What's going on? That's a... yeah, that is painfully behind. Now, we're expecting Illuminati to be a bit ahead. Went up a little later, so would have produced fills. GamesGod not building farms. Yes. It must have a check to go, while I still have berries, I don't bother. So maybe it has a dip. It also didn't push in these deer, which I would expect it normally would. Did it just not scout them? Surely it did. Yeah, I think it did. Just hasn't pushed them. So everyone's feudal age now. We should see, I mean, the villager numbers are equal. We are ended up going to Castle Age from Illuminati. So again, not too many surprises here. A bit slower for yellow. Has the food. Lacking the wood. Is building a market. There we go. We will get there. But 3 of the Illuminatis that have the buildings are already clicking up. So, blacksmith and market. Scout cavalry under attack. Ah, the towers, even on arena. To be fair, this buys you time against supervillain. It also buys you time against Gladiator if you're going against the Cumans version. So you can't be too careful, apparently. They are saving up for Castle Age. I think Grey's going to be the first to it. So not an efficient way to get there, but it will get there. If it had a market, it could potentially buy. It did. Wait. Oh, it does. It does have a market. I thought it was buying without a market for a minute then. But it still spent its resources. So actually delaying that Castle Age even further. And with that, we've got our first Illuminati to Castle Age, and the rest all follow. First TC drops already. First 2 TC drops already here from orange. Third TC from red. So we've got TCs being dropped by the flanks. Monastery. Already got monks being trained by the 2 flanks. 2 monastery production for orange, so seems to very much have the gold as well in this one. I think on Arabia was slightly short for the gold for the first couple of monks. But here, home territory, I'd say. GamesGod eventually built his farms. Again, taking his time. Green here gets a discount on Castle Age, so on all of its ages up for the food. So hopefully with Wheelbarrow going, we'll see him click up. But let's check the idle time here. Okay, so just inefficient spending really. It is it hasn't idled too much. Eagles poking at the wall, getting shot up by the towers. Sharing of resources here. And again, the TCs are built, but we've not got a big surge in villagers. Monks are very much getting the priority at the moment. We should see the relics all get snapped up. And GamesGod trade. Okay. I mean, the trade might help GamesGod scout the relics. And I don't know if he's going to use it in this case, but GamesGod does have something in his script where scouts will protect relics. Not the best food gathering here for Illuminati. Villagers exposed. So long distance gathering of food there. Though I suppose it's less farms, you might argue. So more time to build monasteries. Very comfortable over here though. Mining gold. GamesGod finally hitting Castle Age and putting TCs down. Being attacked by animals over there. The monks trying to convert the trade already. And yeah, here we go. GamesGod is going around with its scout. Illuminati chasing the trade. Monks trying to convert the tower, over the tower, the house, not quite working out. Oh, just on the outskirts. He gets by. Conversion happening. I think that was the scout. Still long distance over here. Yeah, all the relics are being snapped up. We're seeing a number of monks come over here. They're all going to die to the tower. That villager will get converted though. And the villager's running back. It would be amazing if you got this villager to build a tower in his base. Just to mess with him. That's something I've always wanted to do with monks, is work out if a villager's behind the wall or not. Okay, and we're seeing the monks push on this side. We do have a few here, so we've got 8 for orange. But this side seems to be being more aggressive. They're struggling to convert this, but they do get it in the end. GamesGod goes, one tower's not quite doing it, so let's build some more. Oh, the villagers trying to attack the ram actually let the units in. So men-at-arms go in, but they stop just in time. But I think more villagers may try and stop these rams in a way. Oh, it's actually the trade opening the gate. Meanwhile, we've also got attacks on this side. Monks are let in. They leave again. Again, tower defense. Units are converted, or villagers at least, and the rams are in. We've got 2 GamesGods at the back here booming. They're not quite as far along as Illuminati. We're seeing the villager count very much in Illuminati's favour, and that's also including the trade cards from GamesGod. A lot of this eco will get converted. and we're building towers towards the back of the base. We're trying to go backwards and build there. These are DUC controls, so we shouldn't see any crazy conversions like TCs or castles here. We also see on this side they are in. So units being converted on the inside of the wall and then being used to attack the villagers. I'm hearing cav archers. And again, GamesGod cav archers not quite doing it. Stand ground. Before the quarterfinals, GamesGod, stand ground. That will help. This TC is going down. Fill count still stable for now, but I don't think it's going to last. We are 30 minutes in and 2 of GamesGod's are already on the brink of death. Imperial on the way for Illuminati, for 3 of the Illuminatis. And again, once we get Theocracy in, this will snowball. We're already seeing triple the military. We've got a castle here, maybe protected by the tower. Got a number of towers here. These spears will try and take down this ram. I think the tower goes down. These villagers are evacuating. They're trying to build a TC in Green's base. Ram gets stopped. But yeah, as blue is evacuating, red and yellow are following. Grey is trying to hold, but with 4 pikes and 5 knights. It's going to be a struggle, and all of these techs are coming in now. Theocracy coming in for orange. I don't know if this castle gets built. Villagers get targeted. Okay, the castle may. GamesGod is brute forcing it. The castle will go up, which may free things up for the others to get built up. Cyan is building a tower here, so they must have code to try and protect a TC, perhaps. So it's detecting blue's TC, or that one it was going to build. And with this, we should see these towns get defeated. We'll just see blue get wiped out and grey, and then I'll fast forward. Blue goes. Oh, I should have fasted forward then, shouldn't I? Because he's now gone. Yeah. Okay, so this game's wrapping up. It's actually slowing down. I'm getting a lot of stuttering, actually. Don't normally get this, but in this particular set, getting a lot of it. I think I had a bit of it in the previous GamesGod set as well. But as you can see, these are all getting cleared up. We've got 113 bills for GamesGod here, 127 in the other base. These are going to very quickly drop. We're going to get Trebs in here, they're going to take out the castles. We're going to have Rams coming in. And this is quite cleanly going to be a 6-pointer for Illuminati. The only AI in this tournament so far to get straight wins undefeated in his group. That does mean that GamesGod will be facing SilverTongue, it seems, in the next set in the quarterfinal. So that'd be good to see. So there'll be time for GamesGod to kind of fix some of these things, and I'm sure SilverTongue will have some improvements on the way too. And Illuminati, I mean, it's just going to be looking at little things like the villager stutter, maybe the long distance milling on arena, but looking pretty dominant here. And I think we'll pause there and call it GG. Wow, there was actually quite a bit of lag there. It took me a couple of seconds to actually pause the game. We'll use this to check stats. GG to Illuminati. Chinese looking dominant there, and yeah, again, very clear. It felt like GamesGod was going for feudal, then changed its mind, whereas Illuminati had a game plan from the start and committed to it. Yeah, some tower DUC would be good. I quite like as well, I've got something for castles actually, which prioritizes approaching villagers when they're going to repair ramps. So you could do a good job of prioritizing units that are not ramps. So actually, even if your castles are starting to go down, they take a load of things with it. But yeah, clear domination here from Illuminati. Let's check the villager counts just, and we can see conversions. Nearly 200 conversions. Very small army here as well. GamesGod didn't really get going in this set, and a load of idle time for the Dravidians. So arena, not the best performance for GamesGod. Again, all trade, I mean, feudal age trade, that's what it gets you. A couple of thousand gold, which I guess in that stage of the game could be useful, but you really want to invest it in other things early on. And yeah, Illuminati very clearly got the relic straight away, quite comfortably. Great castle age times. You're behind walls, you know you're safe. You've got hunt. You also start off with an extra llama, which really helps. Gave the Chinese a bit more of a head start. Yeah, really, really nice. And yeah, we capped up on Vills here. Again, didn't really get started. These two did boom, but it was a 4v2 by that point. So we'll go back to the scores. So that does mean Illuminati winning this one. Whoops. Let's copy this one instead. I'll add the civs in here. Before the end of the end of this round as well, we'll also add in all of the bans and picks, and highlight as well which ones were picks and which ones were random rolls. So you can think strategically for the next for the quarterfinals as well in terms of what picks you might go for. But Illuminati with 6 there, so can pop that in there. No change for GamesGod, which means A1 and B2. So Illuminati is going to fight either Sun Tzu or the Conqueror. It's going to be the winner of that set. And we're going to have GamesGod will be fighting SilverTongue on here as well. we can oh, actually, we need to add these on as well. 5, and then 1 for the king. So off that as well, the winner between the king and the soldier. Whoever wins that set will then be able to face Definitive Edition AI, because Definitive Edition AI has definitely won that group. And yeah, Bright Spark will be facing either Naga or the supervillain. So tomorrow we'll be running Sun Tzu versus the Conqueror and Naga versus the supervillain. So we'll find out in those groups which ones are going to end up in those sets. If any of them run particularly long, then we'll carry them over to Thursday. Thursday's where we'll finish off. Ideally, though, we'll just have the one match on Thursday. We'll have Soldier versus the King, and then we'll do a quick overview of what the quarterfinal brackets are going to look like, and give people a bit of a break as well to work on their AIs between the group stage and the quarterfinals, because everyone will know then who's qualified. So I'm going to stop things there. Thank you for your time, and look forward to the next stream. Bye.